I can't remember how long you've been here, Maggie, at the church.
Since 2000.
2000, so 25 years?
Feel very
No,
free
since
to-
2020. Sorry,
Oh.
2020.
Oh,
Yes.
wait. I thought you guys had been here longer than...
Nick has been here for 10 years.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I started going full-time
Yeah.
in 2020.
Yeah. In 2020, then what happened then? You're like, oh, I think I'll just join my husband. I think, was there other...
I felt safer with COVID with the outside services.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we switched.
So you started coming during COVID?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. Outside?
Yes.
Yeah. And Alex and Elena, who are... How old are Alex and Elena now?
Alexander is 15 and Eliana is 13.
Okay. Eliana.
Yeah.
Alexander, he doesn't like to go by Alex?
He doesn't.
Okay.
Ellie calls him Xander,
Okay.
and Xander calls Eliana Ellie.
Oh,
but
okay.
That's
What if I called him Xander? Would he go,
I think he would still answer to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's used to hearing it from his sister. But
Eliana is is she in the middle school youth group, or is she able to come to that, or?
she is a dancer.
Ah.
So she has dance class during that time.
Okay. Well, Luke's kids they're dancers too,
Yeah, a
aren't
bunch of
they?
dancers.
Yep.
That's isn't that like a cult, the dance thing?
I don't know.
I mean, well,
thought of it that way.
Yeah, yeah. Do they have some leader that you have to obey at all times? Like they
true.
set a
It's
schedule for you and you have to show up, and then you have to pay certain amounts of money. You don't know what it goes for, that kind of thing. Do you have to stand
Lots
out?
of money.
Yes.
Lots of
Do you have to stand out in a corner and collect money?
No, you don't have to do that.
Oh, that's not a cult. Then it's not
Probably
a
should. That would be a good idea.
yeah. And then Alexander, he started coming to youth group. Has he been? He's been coming for just this year.
No, he came to middle school youth group.
Yeah.
And went through that, and now he's in high school youth group doing the
Cool.
home visit.
Yeah.
Or
Like it.
home groups. And
Is he liking that?
loving it.
Yeah.
He will get home after church and like when's youth group.
Oh,
Like, he's ready for it.
that's
So,
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Nick is our assistant worship director.
That's right.
Yeah, we kind of changed that job title because he had been doing so many things. He was doing some worship leading. He would play his viola. He would play the piano. He would play the organ. So we went from organist.
He even brought a bass one time.
He plays the bass.
No, but he brought one and played it for what Sunday. We had a hoedown on Sunday.
He doesn't play the bass, but he played the bass.
Yeah, well, he's Nick Mosley,
Yeah, he's Nick Mosley. And what's your relative music talent?
I am like the last chair. I give him the last chair perspective. of the music. Yeah.
What is that perspective?
Like if you don't give the kids a playing test, they won't practice.
Okay.
Is my perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are Eliana and Alexander, are they doing some music
Yes,
stuff?
they do. Eliana plays violin.
Oh, okay.
And Alexander plays a cello.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah. And
They-
did they
they
get
like
lessons from Nick?
No.
No. Okay.
No. It's a dad kiddo dynamic that
Yeah.
doesn't work for lessons so much.
Yes. I've found that almost nothing that I could give expertise to teach my children is neither wanted or desired.
Fair.
Yeah. Kids, would you like to learn how to play tennis? No. Things like that. Right? Although I think, Luke, you're pretty good at getting your kids to obey you or somehow.
Obedience is one thing, but desire to practice piano, desire to well, they do desire to play drums, but
Yeah.
Alexander practices the piano every day
Does
after
he?
school.
Okay.
He likes that too.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Whether
And-
I'm working or not downstairs,
and-
it's okay.
What do you do most of the time when you're working?
I'm a nurse.
Oh,
So
okay.
I work in a pulmonary clinic in Holland.
Yeah.
We do asthma patients, COPD patients,
Yeah.
patients with lung nodules. We follow
Okay.
up on them.
That
So,
you're
yeah.
near and dear to my heart, having a pulmonary, had lifelong asthma. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Helping people with their tests and
Yep.
learn how to breathe and inhalers and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good. And what is your role there then?
I'm a nurse, an
Okay.
RN.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah. Walking in and out, taking the blood pressure, kind of a RN.
Putting some people in the rooms if needed.
Okay.
More in the education on the phone with them, walking them through things.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now you're our connections coordinator too.
I am.
Which, when you expressed interest in it, everybody was just like overjoyed. We're like, yes, Maggie Mosley. And yet at the same time, we were like, why didn't we think about him? I think we thought you were I think we thought you were working full time.
That's fair.
But we had a really strong reaction to that. I'm curious, like when you saw that, you're like, what drew you to that role?
I loved that it was flexible.
Yeah.
I love the hours being 5 to 10 throughout the week.
Okay.
I just I like connecting with people.
Yes.
And helping them.
Yeah.
Is one of the things I love to do. So I just thought I would ask and see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, you've been working now for about, I say 2.5 weeks or something like that.
Sounds good.
And I felt like I basically hooked you up to a fire hose and we just talked about connections and I'm just wondering, from that, we have kind of 3 things that we want to, advance in the next few months or so. But like, what did you learn about our church in that kind of fire hose time? Did you learn anything different or new, or was it all very familiar, or how would you?
When we came to this church, we were welcomed warmly and had a wonderful experience. So I didn't even realize that there was a hole there.
Yeah.
But there's kind of a hole there that needs to be filled with someone who's going to walk alongside people, get them to take their next step.
Yeah. How would you describe that hole?
I don't know, like a void of hospitality?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you actually did a very good job of describing a hole. A hole. I think she got stuck on the definition of hole. A hole is it's like a void. Yeah, there's nothing in it. Yes,
it's the absence.
It's exactly what a hole is. Yeah. No, it's exactly what we need is to connect people to people, and so we've been thinking about that. And our first one, and I'm just going to mention what our 3 things we're going to do, and then we'll kind of talk them back and forth about them. The first thing that we're trying to do is we just want to help people to be followed up when they come to the church, and so a lot of that has to do with making sure that we know that they're even there. And then figuring out how to follow them up. I think that's a good description of that. So what's the whole about that? That's been kind of a challenge for us.
Getting the connection cards filled out, getting people to tell us who they are when they come in, maybe figuring out who they are in the service.
Yeah. Yeah. And what are some of the things we're thinking about doing to try to help with that?
Moving the connection table.
Okay.
Beefing up the volunteers on Sundays.
Yeah.
Shouldn't say
Yes.
All right. First time on the podcast.
Yeah, just like edit all those ums out.
Sure. No problem. I like that she said beefing.
Yeah.
We need a beefy
Yeah.
connections team.
Yeah. The second thing we're trying to do is we're just trying to make sure that the guest services, the people that are serving on a Sunday morning, are both resource and access, and we're doing those well. Is that a
yes?
That's sort of what is this sort of the thing that we're trying to do to advance in that? Like you'd mentioned, one, having a volunteer appreciation time.
Yep, having a volunteer appreciation time. We're planning on doing that on November 9th.
Yes.
Just making sure that they have the resources that they need and know what the resources are that we have access to in the church.
Yeah. Ushers, greeters. What else do we have on Sunday morning?
Worship team, tech team, coffee, cookie.
Coffee and cookie. There's a lot going on Sunday morning. I know that you've been a greeter for a long time, haven't you, on a Sunday morning? Or just for a little while?
Not for a long time, for probably, maybe it's been a year.
Yeah, okay. What has been your experience doing that as a greeter? How would you say to people, this is a great thing if you want to be involved in the church? This is a good thing.
It's super fun. You get to meet people as they come in. You get to wave at the people as they go up to the balcony. You get to just set people's focus or mind at ease when they come inside the door.
Yeah, yeah. So we're just trying to beef that up, trying to make sure people are encouraged in terms of serving, trying to get more people to be involved in those particular things. And they're really an easy into serving in our church.
Just have to say hello.
Yes. You just say, I like to sidle up to Becky Gaukowski and stand and talk with her. I could talk with her, and then we just greet people as they come. Every once in a while, I'm sort of an honorary greeter on Sunday mornings. The kind of the third thing that we're looking at is as leading a team to develop the infrastructure of ensuring kind of continuing connections, which would be things like small groups.
Training up leaders for small groups.
What are some of the other ways that we're thinking about doing that infrastructure? Like ministry teams, small groups, things like that.
Ministry teams, small groups, membership classes.
Yeah.
New people.
Yeah.
Greeting. Or new people.
Yeah.
What is that called?
New people?
I don't
Guests?
know.
Oh, the guest.
Pizza and people.
Yeah, we're talking about like
Pizza and people.
pizza with the pastors.
Yep.
Things like that. And, just going back to your original experience of coming and feeling greeted, one of the questions that I keep just asking myself is like, what makes a person feel like they're connected to a church? What makes them feel like this is my church? And so just kind of, if you can rewind that dial back to 2020, what made you feel like this was your church?
In the church that we came from, the volunteers for Alexander were lacking.
Okay.
And when we came here, we were greeted by Brad. We saw the people from Mary and Joseph's house coming in to worship, and there were people lined up to help Alexander.
Yeah.
So it was just, we felt comforted. We felt taken care of, and we were able to relax in the service because of that.
Yeah.
And that was huge.
Yeah, you say something at the beginning of most services about guests. You remember what it is?
We love them.
Yeah, that's it.
We do love new
that's
people
true.
to come.
Yeah.
Being on Henry Street, I mean, we have so many. This church always blows my mind. I've been here 11 years, and how many new people we have just because of our location on Henry Street. Just new faces pop in all the time. Our reputation in the community of being a really kind and welcoming and warm church. Mm-hmm. So there's always new faces, and I love that. It's exciting to see new faces almost every Sunday.
I think that what's a challenge for somebody like me and Luke is that, we work for the church, we're on staff. And so from the moment we walk into the church, we're connected. It's like automatic, and it's very easy to forget that when somebody comes into a church, it may be their first time they've come into a church in a long time or ever. Mm-hmm. And so they walk in, and it's a little bit different. It has a particular aroma. It's like I always think that when you go into a high school, it smells like a high school, and the same thing with a church. So it's new, it's different, and they don't know which direction to go, right? For
sure.
So there's a lot of things that we need to figure out to try to make them feel connected. Then it's the second part of how a person then identifies themselves as a person that's part of the church, like membership or serving in a ministry or whatever it is. So, and I think that was probably, the staff position was probably an easy connect for Nick. And, I think we're just thinking about the people that walk in and do that. So, I think one of the things too we're trying to figure out, and I don't know if you have had time to even think about that, is just how to get even people to tell us that they're new. Like, how do we do that? Like, have you thought what prevents people from maybe signing in and letting us know what's going on?
I think when you're here first, you want to check it out fully. You don't want to necessarily sign in right when you get into church. Maybe by the end of the service, you might feel comfortable signing in, but a lot of times they want to come back 2 or 3 times to see
Yes.
they're comfortable signing in.
Yeah.
So.
And I think membership itself is a foreign concept to a lot of people.
Yes. Especially, nowadays.
Yeah.
Membership is,
And it takes them a little bit of time. They even get introduced to the concept and they're like, I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when you think about it, membership itself is not a biblical word. To be members one another in the body of Christ, that is. Yeah. So we have this concept that helps us with our church governance and stuff. It's important. It's really important, but it's not necessarily an easy thing for people to understand. So where to go, how to do it, and stuff like that. So we're really looking forward to your filling this role. We're putting you kind of on the spot here. You've only been serving for a couple of weeks, and what my hope is that we're going to introduce you on Sunday morning, and then give you some more time to kind of think and process this. And I think that in the next, in 6 months from now, we'll probably repeat this, and it'll probably be a very different experience. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts, any last thoughts that you would want to share right now about being a connections coordinator?
I don't.
That's just fine. That's just absolutely fine.
Well, I heard a rumor from your husband that you are not a meat eater.
I am not.
You're not a meat. Just something that we need to know about it.
Pescatarian.
What is that?
So I eat fish still.
Okay.
But I don't like to think about it, so don't go too far into it. But
you mean you don't like to think about what a fish is?
Right. I just don't like to think of them still swimming.
Okay.
So and then eating them. So
yeah. So is that why you don't eat meat?
Yes.
Because they once were moving?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do know that plants move. They wave.
That is
I just thought that was an interesting thing to know about her.
And the waving wheat.
Right. So she will not enjoy my brisket.
I will not enjoy your brisket.
It's okay.
Well, nobody enjoys his brisket. He talks about his brisket, and then he never shares it.
Oh.
It's true. I'm a little selfish with my brisket.
Oh, I understand. I mean, he really does love his brisket, though. He's accepted into his heart as his personal something.
My personal meat.
Yeah. Any last thoughts from you?
I just wanted you to expand a little bit on when you came here, you felt really welcome. And it sounds like you want to repeat that, have that same experience from others. Whenever they first come, you want them to be able to immediately have their needs met and find love and care. I think that we would all want that. Yeah. How do you think we can do that as a church? What kind of culture are you hoping that we develop?
When we see a new person in church, just get up and say hi. Everyone has a story. You have a story to share as a church member. They have a story to share as a person coming in. So learn the story and share.
Reach out.
Yeah, reach out.
Yeah. Do you think that's tough for a lot of people?
I think it's tough to think about getting out of your comfort zone and sharing more about yourself than the weather and the weather. Yeah. Everyone shares about the weather.
Yeah.
The polite conversation.
Yes. Just be as real as you can.
Well, there is if I go shopping and I go into a store and they should say, "Can I help you?" And I always say, almost invariably, no. And I say it in a way that I think tells them very clearly that no, never. Don't even talk to me again. And then if they start talking to me some more or even pursuing me, I'm just I don't like it. It feels kind of invasive to me. And I don't think I don't think it's that extreme, but people need to get used to a place before they actually want to be approached.
For sure.
And they have to decide whether or not, they want to be a part of it. And we just want to give people as many options as they can. And I think they get a good sense of who we are as a church through the worship service. Mm-hmm. And they get a good sense of who we are by the fact that people kind of stay and talk with each other, but they're just not quite ready yet.
Well, there's a sense of vulnerability, I think, when you first enter into the building. I mean, and you only have one opportunity for a first impression. So there's we have to be very confident in who we are, I would say, as a church body. It's yes, this is who we are. Welcome. We're glad you're here. But again, I think for a first timer, there's such a sense of vulnerability of, I'm walking into this place. I hope I'm safe. I hope I'm cared for.
Yeah. Well, you were sharing too. We shared communion a couple Sundays ago, and ever since COVID, we've basically, you come in, you get the cup and then a piece of bread in a little cup. And over the last few years, everybody who's been here for a while knows that that's going to happen. But this particular Sunday, one of Luke's longtime friends was here. And when we started to share communion, he was like, they didn't bring it in. They didn't bring the cup in. And then there was nobody kind of recognizing that they needed the cup. So they didn't take communion.
Didn't participate.
Yeah. Not to mention how, if you've never been to a church, how unusual and unfriendly or communion actually is, because it's not really exactly explained to you.
Right. And it's different.
Yeah.
At every church. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're hoping to be able for people to come in, for us to see the whole church with new eyes, for people who have been here for a long time to begin to see the church for how it looks for people when they come in and they've never been here, which creates a little bit of change friction for people, because they're very comfortable and they want to be in their same seat.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. So
there's the Mosley row.
I know. I was gonna say maybe we should move the Mosley row. Oh no.
Yeah, I sit in the same place every time.
There's the white row.
There's the white row. So yeah, I mean, it's that kind of thing. Like we were joking in the lead team a couple of months ago about changing everybody in the lead team, changing their seats just to kind of show it. It was actually about a year ago, and people were like, you could see they were like, I thought we were joking, but this is too close to home. I'm not going to move my seat. And I thought, well, this is really interesting. So dealing with that reality, I think it's kind of a funny reality, because I do want people to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. But I also want them to see that people are coming in who are in need, and they're feeling a little bit of discomfort, not just because they don't know how things work, but they maybe haven't been to church and they need people to reach out to them and help them to understand. And it can be life-saving.
Yes.
It was for me growing up. So, and so that's my hope, is that we see the vision for connecting to one another, that it's about getting people not just to feel comfortable on Sunday morning, but ultimately feeling comfortable with the Lord and having that relationship with Him.
Get them to connect with Jesus, who ultimately loves them more than we ever could.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. But anyways, I'm looking forward to for working with you. I think it's going to be great, and I think it's going to add a lot of value to our church and a lot of help in a lot of different ways, and I'm looking forward to what we're going to be doing. So.